Good morning, children. Once again, we are doing data frame on Jupyter Notebook, and our topics are add, delete, and rename the columns in the data frame. So, of course, this is part 7b. So, my first topic is adding columns. So, for adding columns, we have three methods. The first method is by declaring a new list as a column. So here, children, I am declaring a new list of students according to each sections, and my subject is accounts. So children, of course, this is a statement, this is not a function. So the changes made is directly done in the table or the data frame. Clear? So we'll move ahead and see another function, insert function. This is method 2. So children, this insert function basically helps you to insert the column in any position you want. So if I want the column to be inserted in the second place, I have used like this. df.insert 2. 2 stands for the position. You can change the position. By default, the columns are always inserted at the end. So insert function helps especially in reallocating the columns. So BST is my new column, and this is the number of students in each section, and this true helps in making the changes permanent. Clear? So here it goes, and the output is like this. Okay, BST on the second position. So move ahead and see method 3. Yes, of course, children. This assign function helps in creating a new data frame with an older one with a new column in it. So here I have used it like this. df dot assign ct equals to the names of the CTs are here, and I have assigned it df2. So when I display the df2, all the columns of df1 are there, and with a new column which I have created with the help of assign function. Clear? Now we'll see how to rename the columns. So actually sometimes renaming the column is also important. So for renaming a column, we will use this rename function, and this rename function will go like this. df.rename columns equals to columns in the dictionary. Of course, English, the short form in English is converted into the capital form of English. So see the effect of the data frame. And if you want the multiple columns to be renamed together, you can use the dictionary with their key values pair, and the data frame is actually updated. Yeah. So my next topic is delete row or column. So children, for deleting the row and the column, we have another function, data frame dot drop. See children, data frame dot drop is used to delete the data frame rows and columns. So you can choose rows or either columns. So these are their parameters, and we are working on these parameters in the video. Now children, have a look on those parameters, how they are used and how we are accessing them with the help of labels. So first of all, we are accessing and dropping the values with the help of row labels. You can also use the index numbers if labels are not inserted. Okay, so first label is, I have used 12D. The statement is df.drop 12D. Of course, 12D is the label, and it is going to remove from the data frame. Okay, now if I want to remove the more than one row, so two labels are used in the list format like this, df.drop 12D and 12B, and the output is this. Clear? This is how you can drop. Of course, children, this changes you are made is only displayed on the screen, is not done in the actual table. Clear? So another method to drop the particular column is df.drop, and in the list you can write the column name and then access equals to 1. Children, see, if I'll not write access equals to 1, so the maths and IP columns are to be searched in row group. So by default, the compiler is going to see the rows first if nothing is mentioned about the access. So if you mention access equals to 1, it directly move ahead on the access 1 and see the IP and maths column. Clear? So another method is used when you don't want to use access parameter. I have put columns equals to this particular list. So columns wholly describe that you are talking about access 1. Clear? You know now columns is a keyword. Yes. So now see how to create multi-index data frame. Children, first of all, listen, what is multi-level index data frame? So multi-level index data frame looks like this. Children, see here, these two columns are treated as an index, but this is index level 0 and this is index level 1. By default, when you write index, then only index 0 is to be seen and to be taken into consideration. Unless and until you have mentioned level 1, then only the level 1 index is seen. See how it works in drop. df1.drop index equals to eagle. Of course, index, this one is to be seen and the whole column is deleted. No? And after that, I have put columns equals to small also. It helps me to remove the column small also in the given drop command. Clear? And now if I want the length column, see this is the length column. This length column I want to delete from the every row. Then the statement I'll use index equals to length, level equals to 1. This level equals to 1 helps the compiler to see the level 1 index. Okay. Next part is other methods for deleting. There are two other methods other than drop. So first one is del df. If I'll write del df IP, the IP column is permanently deleted from my data frame. Okay, remember this. The next method is df.pop English. So children, this pop method is actually used to pop out the particular column given in the brackets. So if I'll write English, then it will pop out the English column and it will only display the popped out value. Clear? The returned value. It will not going to display the whole data frame. Clear? Next, this actual data frame is this. IP I have deleted, English I have deleted. Now my columns left behind is maths and eco only. And of course, my important part of practicing the above mentioned methods with the help of few statements. So I have taken the same data frame. You can use the same data frame which you created earlier in the earlier assignment. Okay. So my first question is add a column company name. You have to add the column company name but after item name. Okay. Add a column profit with any set of values. You have to add a column profit. Rename the column dis with offer price. Delete the item I3. You have to delete the item I3, chocolate one. Delete the column profit. Profit is to be deleted. Delete the column discount permanently. You have to delete the column dis permanently from the data frame. Delete the column quantity from the given data frame and display the deleted returned values. So remember children, you know which method is going to delete the particular column and return the deleted set of values. Just review the video and think it off. So complete this assignment and review all the functions which you studied till now. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye bye. Happy coding.